Welcome back to the JCPod, partner with Stare Down Sports. Stare Down Greatness. It's that time again. Pickem Thursdays on a Wednesday. I think you know how it goes around here. We got Pickem first. I'll break down the NFL Week 7 slate, go over my bets and some of my leans. And then we'll go over some college games I'm looking forward to, some leans in college, and then some other big games as well. And give out my college bets. So, let's head to the Pickem board. And as you can see, I didn't go to last week. Your boy got second, and he didn't win the tiebreaker. So that kind of sucks because I didn't get the second place money, but overall not too upset. Buffalo losing, I won't lie to you, the more the game went, that became a game where I honestly kind of figured I was going to lose that. I don't know why I didn't switch it. Like literally the whole day, like the more I heard, the more like I listened to other expert stuff, it's just like, damn, the Bills are going to lose this game, aren't they? I'll admit, I didn't think they'd look as horrible as they did. You had to get in one of those scenarios, but the more the game went on, I mean, not before the game even started, too. I mean, more as the day went on, I was just kind of like, felt worse and worse and worse than the game started, and yeah. And then for Washington, that's just a tough one to lose. Thought they had it there. That would have got us first place if Washington would have won, which would have been clutch because we would have gained, I think, 3 total points on Keith, but instead... yeah. I mean, we're in second. I'm not going to complain too much. We are in second, but as you can see, the gap's just getting a little bit wider, And I'm not going to lie to you. I don't understand how he does good at that. I don't understand how he has, like, the magic touch with his numbers and everything, too. Because as you can see, I have 3 picks better than him, and I'm still down this far. It makes me mad because it's like, man, I just lose all my big numbers. Like, for example, I did switch to the Chiefs, as you saw. That was another one of those games as the day went on. I was just like, I can't take the Lions, man. Flipped it to the Chiefs. Like, should have put an 8 on that and 1 on the Commanders. Like, it's just... the numbers, they kill me every single week. So, hopefully, coming into this week, we can get that fixed a little bit. Because, like I said, I'm not mad about it. We're in second place. We're at least getting a payout. But we want the title belt. And I just want to be in shouting distance. If I continue to pick the way... I'm picking, I think it's going to lean out over the season. Because I'm usually... I think I'm basically... let's check it real quick before we head over. But... I think most weeks have been top 4 for the most part. There's 4, except for 1 week, I believe. Top 4, there's 2. I think this is I think week 3 was, the only week I wasn't top 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I guess this week I wasn't either. Shit, I won't lie. Definitely thought I was top 4 then. But then here's another top 4. Top 3, that's tied for second. But overall, like I said, I want to get to that point where, as long as I can keep it, like I said, as long as I can stay at the top of the pack and consistently stay there, I think as the season goes on, we should be good. And this is a week where potentially we might be able to steal a couple, because if I have a feeling we might be able to be on the opposite game of some people. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, I have to go Pittsburgh here. Bit nervous, I will say, about this game now that Joe Flacco's there. Because if Pittsburgh's defense plays away, it shows it can play when it's bad. I mean, Joe Flacco could light them up, but... Bengals' offensive line is horrible. I mean, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, they might have big games because Joe Flacco might force feed them, but I don't know. As long as I'm a bit nervous about this game, I won't lie. I think they should be able to get it done, but I am nervous. Jags, Rams, I am going to go Rams here. I do think there is a chance the Jags steal that. There is no Puka Nacua, which really makes me nervous, but I think Devontae Adams is just as good. It sucks to not have both of them, but I think this is a game where the Rams... they're going to go, I think they go into their bye following this week, so I think this is a huge opportunity for them to get a massive win, get guys healthy, and then come back on the other side of it. So I do like for them to steal the win there. Devin Lloyd not traveling for the Jags, I think, is also a big issue. And I'm curious to see how the Jags play after last game. After all the pressure that Trevor Lawrence got last week, watching the way he played, very curious to see the bounce back here, playing against the defense that should be able to give him a lot of other issues in the pressure game as well. Chicago, New Orleans, we're taking Chicago. I won't lie. That's not too hard of a pick. I don't see myself taking New Orleans, man. Probably might take them the rest of this year. Won't lie to you. There might be 1 or 2 more games maybe we take them, but they're probably auto-fade the rest of the season. Cleveland, Miami, I am going to take Cleveland because it's in Cleveland, but probably going to change that. But there's a good chance that... I don't know. Miami didn't look too horrible last week, but... Tua not being as mobile as he is, I think the Cleveland pass rush might be able to give him some issues. So that's what ultimately is making me choose Cleveland. I think is the pass rush versus Tua, because the Miami's getting ran all over, so Quinshon Judkins could potentially have a day. So that's another thing to keep an eye on. And I just don't fully trust Cleveland's offense, but I just can't trust the Dolphins either at this point anymore. New England, Tennessee, this is an easy New England. Tennessee just fired their coach. Brian Vrabel coming back into town. I mean, that's probably going to change. I just want to throw a big number out there to do something, but that's a game where I think New England might they might run the score up a little bit. I don't see Mike Vrabel being too happy about how things went, and this is his first chance at revenge, I think. I believe so, because, I don't think he went anywhere else since he's been fired, so first chance for revenge. I think he's going to lay it on them, knowing Mike Vrabel. Chiefs, Vegas, got to take the Chiefs, especially because they seem back. Might change at 15, but for right now, that's probably my pick of the day. Just division game, though, so I'll drop it to I'll make that a 13. I'll make this a 12 for the time being. Just because it's a division game, I won't make that my 15, but they should roll them. But we'll see. I mean, Geno's just played so bad, but we'll have to see if he improves. I'm not picking Geno for sure. I shouldn't feel nervous about this, but I do. The fact they're getting Rashee Rice back, I think will help out their offense a lot too. Philadelphia, Minnesota. This is a tough one. I kind of lean Minnesota. Coming off the bye just a little bit, especially with how rough things have been with Philadelphia, but I just don't think I could take them fully. I mean, Philadelphia is still really good. I mean, they've had a rough couple games, but we'll just make that a really low-score game. Carolina Jets, I'm actually going to... Man, this is going to be a heavy favorite week so far from what I'm seeing. Because, we'll come back we'll come back through one more time at the end and we'll look, we might flip. Like, that's the game where I kind of want to take Minnesota, but we're just going to stick with Philadelphia. Carolina, New York Jets, I just can't take the dog here. This is a game, though, that for sure I'm going to have. Carolina plays on the road. It's bad, so I feel really nervous to take them here, but I truly think there is a chance that Carolina can win this game. I mean, especially with the way they've been running the ball. The Jets have been playing horrible. No Garrett Wilson now for multiple weeks at this point, so who do you lean on if you're the Jets offense? Eventually, they will fight for a win. I mean, the way the Panthers play on the road, this would be a perfect opportunity to take it, but I'm curious to see if that Dallas win maybe ignited something in this Panthers team. So this is my chance where I'm going to say, like, hey, there's something ignited. They might be good, but I'd be lying to you if I said I felt great about it. Denver Giants, going to take Denver. Very nervous with how they played in London. Now they're coming back over. It's at least an afternoon 4 or 5 games, so that should hopefully help them with a little bit of rest, get acclimated. But very curious to see how they come back from London. And I just can't take the Giants either. I will say, very impressed with them. They are coming off 10 days of rest. They looked awesome against the Eagles, but they're going 2 Mile High. I think that the offense is going to want to get some things fixed for Denver, especially after last week, so I look for them to bounce back there and have the win. Chargers, Indianapolis. This is the first dog I am going to take. Main reason, number one, with the Chargers having no tackles, I think the Colts might be able to do something with that, especially the way their defense has been playing. My one nervous part about taking the Colts is their DBs are just depleted, like, bad. It's pretty bad. Because, I mean, that's the one thing that they're missing is they've been playing this good. I mean, they're missing Kenny Moore. Jadarius Ward may or may not play because of the concussion. I think they're missing another starting corner. I can't think of his name. But, like, I think they're based on the quarterbacks, like, 5, 6, and 7. Like, it's been pretty bad. So, once they get their full defense back, I mean, that defense is going to be even better. I think that Ashton Doolin was the first guy since, like, 2019 to have a pass rush. I mean, what do we... that's a wide receiver. So it's like, what are we doing, man? Got a wide receiver out there pass rushing because of his try stuff. It's just like... It's fun. I won't lie to you. I love it. I thought it was hilarious. And the Colts won, so it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's just... That was wild to see. I didn't even realize it in game time. And, like, looking back now, it's just like, how did I not notice that? Like I said, though, Chargers, I do think they're a really good team. I just think the Colts might be that little bit better. And with the Chargers, the way they've been struggling the last few games, and the Colts, they just continue to score and put up points. I can't not take them, man. And they're my team, man. It's hard not to. By the way, I do apologize for being, I'm a little congested right now. because of, shocker, allergies the second I start recording. So I'm hoping as the episode goes on, the allergy pill starts to kick in a little bit. We're getting to that point where it should be tuned. Washington and Dallas, I'm actually going to take Washington. I lean Dallas a little bit, but coming off the loss, I think that there is a chance that Washington might be able to, I think they can pull out the win here. Truly. That was a tough way to lose the last game, honestly, for them. So I'm assuming that they're going to come back and want to, fumbling the ball, especially the way they did. I mean, they get a first down, the game's basically over. You fumble the ball like that, I mean, it's pretty frustrating. And I'm sure they're just hungry to get back out there and play. And as for Dallas, they just can't stop anybody. That's the main reason I'm fading them, honestly. That defense is just horrible. I can't trust it at all. And they're facing an offense that can put up points. If Terry McLaurin comes back, I'm going to love Washington even more. But this is going to be a tough game for Dallas, I'll admit. But their offense is putting up numbers, and Dak is playing really, really well. It just sucks that the rest of their team, not playing the best, per se. Sorry, like I said, I was just bumping these numbers around a little bit because, I'll put a 7, man. I can be a little bit more confident. Green Bay, Arizona. I'm going to take Green Bay here. Jacory Brisket, that boy Jacoby Brissett, is probably starting again for Arizona. I don't want to say that fully, actually. Kyler Murray may be back. Not for sure. I'm kind of assuming that Brissett will be there, but either way, I think this will be a Green Bay Packers win. Probably no Marvin Harrison because of the concussion. I think Arizona, actually, hold up. I think Arizona's on a bye next week. If they're on a bye, they're probably sitting Kyler. I don't want to say for sure, but a very high likely chance they're sitting Kyler if they're on bye. They're on bye next week. Good chance they're sitting Kyler. So we're going to take Green Bay, probably playing against Jacoby Brissett, if I had to guess. That's going to make me like them just a little bit more. San Francisco, Atlanta. This is Atlanta on the road, so we are going to take San Francisco. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to lie. We're going to take Atlanta. I think they actually have the potential to win that game. Just there's so many injuries going on with the 49ers, and because of that and how awesome the Atlanta offense is, I won't lie to you. This is my prove it to me for the Falcons. If they can win this game, I think I'm going to start. I'm already starting to believe in them a little bit more because the way they played against the Bills was awesome. It's just yet again similar to what we talked about with the Panthers. They're a team that, for whatever reason, at home they're amazing. You take them on the road, and they just are not the best. But like I said, I do think Atlanta has a chance to win that game, so I am going to take them there. Man, I'm going to be so nervous about that on Sunday Night Football. But I legitimately think there's a shot. Just because the 49ers deal with a lot of injuries. I mean, let's just look at some of them. For the 49ers, Yator Gross-Matos, questionable. Brock Purdy, questionable. Ricky Pearsall, questionable. Juwan Jennings, questionable. Fred Warner's out for sure. I mean, Brandon Ayuk, I don't think he's back this week. Still no timetable to practice, so he's not back. I mean, their defense is really banged up injury-wise, like I said. Atlanta's offense really impressed me, so I'm going to take them. I think they might be able to figure some stuff out here. Very nervous about it, though, for sure. Tampa Bay, Detroit. We're going to take Detroit. This is for sure my 1-point game because I'm going to be happy. I want to take Tampa Bay. We're going to take the home team because I think a lot of my family is going to take Detroit. And I'm going to be happy just because I'll have 1 point either way because that way it won't hurt me regardless. Because either I'll gain, for example, if Keith has an 8 on Detroit, at worst, he only gains 7 points on me. If he has a 8 on Tampa Bay, then it's dang, he gains that 1 extra point on me. This one, 1 point could matter at the end of the season. So this pick obviously could come back to bite me, but it's just one where it's I could see either team winning. That's going to be an awesome Monday night game. Pretty pissed I can't see this game because of how late it is, but Seattle, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm probably not going to stay up till 10 p.m. Eastern to watch this till 2 a.m. Going to have to watch it back in the morning, which a bit frustrating, but hopefully this is the last 10 p.m. game of the year, and we are going to take Seattle. Pretty sure this is the last 10 p.m. game, and I hope it stays that way because I would like to watch these when they're going. We're going to put a 10 on Seattle just because that offensive line for Houston still, that's in Seattle too. They're starting to win, so I'm assuming their stadium's going to start getting filled up a lot more too and not let a lot more fans back in it. So I like my 10 there. Tiebreak. Now we'll start doing the tiebreakers real quick. We'll We'll actually just make this a tie just because, hey, maybe it'll work out in my favor when it comes to tiebreakers. And for this one, we'll go 17 to... We'll go 17-24. We like that. Most points this week. Well, let's go Kansas. Who's playing Miami again? Oh, it's Carolina. Well, not Carolina. Excuse me, Cleveland. That's kind of dumpy. I don't want to take that. So we'll... You know what? This one doesn't matter too much. We'll go Kansas City. I don't fully believe in it, but... Green Bay. Screw it. We'll just go Green Bay, and then... Who's going to score the least? We'll go... Who's playing a really good defense up here? We'll go... I actually don't know. We'll just go Jets. I don't believe in that at all. We'll go... I don't know. I'm actually like... You know what? We're taking already way too long. We'll just go... Vegas. Don't believe in it fully, but we'll take it just for the... tiebreaker, and I'm already spending way too long on that. But that's the official picks. Now let's choose the numbers. It's going to be tough a little bit. I do like Pittsburgh to win this one, so we'll go 8. Rams in Jacksonville. I actually am pretty nervous about this, so we'll go 4. Cleveland will bump this up to a 6. Philadelphia will move to a 7. I'll just bump all these up 1. I don't mind that too much. We're going 9 there. So then we got a 14-15. We'll make 14. I mean, I probably should just make Kansas City my 15, right? I mean, it's a division game. It makes me really nervous, but they just are so much better than them. Denver playing the Giants at home. We'll go 13 there. I think I like that. I'm a little bit nervous about some of these big numbers yet again, but maybe this week we won't get boned as bad as we have been lately. I pray, because it's been rough for your boy lately when it comes to the... Yeah, I give up on that, by the way. That was just not working right, but... Like I said, big numbers make me a little bit nervous, but I think I like it. Biggest spread of the week is Kansas City and Vegas, so I mean that makes sense to put my 15 there. Should have done it from the beginning, honestly. Overall, pretty happy with it. I think how many underdogs we got? 1, 2. We got 2 in total. Kind of rooting for Tampa Bay, so technically there's 3. And yeah, that might be it. So we got 3 underdogs we're rooting for. Kind of happy with it. I think this is not too bad of a pick'em week for us. Like I said, we just want to finish top 3 or top 4. Preferably, obviously, finish 1 or 2 every week so we can just keep climbing. But basically, our competition is Keith. We just got to catch Keith, and we just got to separate from the pack, catch Keith. That's the current goal now. It's awesome because we talked about it a couple weeks ago. We just wanted to gain a couple points each week. We had a really good week again this week. Let's keep it rolling. So like I said, now the goal is just we got to slowly just keep catching Keith, and we need to keep separating from the pack to give us a room in case a bad week happens. But let's head back over to the gridiron and let's talk some NFL bets because it is time to go over the actual bet portion of this. And I won't lie to you. Might be a bit of... Next week's going to be the Bipocalypse, so that's going to be really interesting when it comes to games to watch. However, this week, there's a lot of games I'm kind of staying away from because I'm nervous. I'm going to have an article coming out within the next, probably by the time this is published, it'll be about an hour or 2. I'm going to have the article coming out for Steelers-Bengals Thursday night game. Haven't fully handicapped this just yet. I think I might just take Steelers minus 5.5, hoping they can get enough stops. But overall, I don't know if I love that or not. And then there's some other props I want to look at going into it. So not fully have any full picks on that. Just because I've looked through 2 or 3 times already. It's just man, I like it, then I don't. It's I like it, then I don't like it. So it's just man. Because Aaron Rodgers 2+ passing touchdowns minus 130. So it's that's something I'm tempted to take, honestly. There's a good chance I might. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff I could just go on about, so I'm Going to stick away from that for now, but I am deciding on it. This is going to be a little bit nasty, so I do apologize. Maybe Rams money line is. I apologize. Like I said, I do apologize for it. It is minus 148. I am probably gonna. I'll find a way. Maybe I can do like Rams minus 1.5 and get something like a slight bit better. But we're gonna try to play around with this. I don't want to take the 3 points with them overseas, but I do like for just to take them to win. I do think the Rams have a chance to win this. Like I said though, with no Puka Nacua, makes me a little bit nervous. Rams minus 1.5 is minus 140. Minus 2.5 is minus 125. I would probably take that. If I could just get anything under 3, I would prefer to do it. But like I said, if we'll figure it out. I mean, we'll play with it a little bit. Eagles Vikings 1.5 points either way. Like I said, I might switch that 7 on the Eagles. That might be a pick where I switched and move it to a lower number, and then it'll only be like 1 or 2. Like I might just switch my 5 with that when we get to that point, but we'll see. Minus 1.5. I do like. I think I like Eagles money line. We'll write it in red. You might see it in my article Sunday. Check out Stare Down Sports for that. I just need to look a little bit more at that game. It's just the Eagles have been. They've had 2 bad games in a row, yes, but they're still the same team from last year. They're really good. They're having some issues, yes, but I don't know. If they lose to the Vikings, I wouldn't be too shocking, but I'm minus 130. Getting a minus 130 feels pretty good, but I'm also curious to see if JJ McCarthy will start in that game, so we're going to stay away from that. A bet I won't be taking for sure, though, Panthers money line. It is minus 126. Like I said, there are a different team on the road. The Jets are kind of bad. And maybe, just maybe, that Dallas win for them might do something special. I am probably going to look for some Rico Dowdle's maybe rushing stats. We'll have to see. Mason Taylor, there might be another guy look at some of his stats because he should be in line to be probably their number 1 receiver for the Jets. And it's all going to depend on Chuba Hubbard when it comes to the Rico stuff. So that's kind of why I'm going to wait on those props. He's just been insane on the ground these last couple of games. I want to see what his props are. Might even mess with some rushing attempts for the first time in a while when it comes to a running back. Chiefs, minus 11.5 point favorites over the Raiders. Probably going to stay away from a lot of stuff in this game. Maybe take some Rashee Rice props. Maybe take Travis Kelce props. I don't know, though, because Rashee Rice is back. I'll probably just focus on him. Maybe take a worthy thing or two. But overall, not much when taking this game. Spread's just a little bit too big. And I do think they win. Do I want to take the 11, though? Not really. Browns minus 2.5 over the Dolphins. Yet again, minus 148 in the money line. You know what? I don't think I can give out the Browns, but between you and me, I might do a. I usually don't recommend giving these out, but it's 3-leg parlay. Browns money line, Rams money line, Steelers money line. I personally might do that. I don't know if I'm going to give that out, but I do think the Browns probably win the game against the Dolphins. I just don't know if I want to bet on the Browns, man. Like I said, we're probably going to take some Quinshon Judkins stuff. Probably take some Harold Fant stuff if Njoku doesn't play because he should get a lot of work in that game. And yeah, I just can't take the Dolphins, man. I'm kind of over betting on them and just that team in general. I knew they were probably going to lose last week, so I'm not mad at it about that. But they're a frustrating team to bet on. Let's just say that. Bears, Saints. I don't know why I said it like that. Bears, Saints. Bears minus 5.5 point favorite. Saints are plus 200 on the money line. That's just a stay away from me. Maybe take some Roman Dunze stuff. Might look at Luther Burden to see if he's getting more work after the bye. But yeah, I just don't think I'm going to bet on that game. Not going to lie to you. Just going to watch. Patriots minus 7 against the Titans. I am going to take that because, like I said, I think there is a chance of maybe Mike Vrabel. If they're close, I think there is a chance he runs up that score just a little bit and punches one in. But overall, with the coach being fired, I just think the Patriots are a better team. They are traveling to Tennessee, but I think this is going to be like it's a Mike Vrabel revenge game. I don't think I need to go into much more handicapping than that, honestly. Titans got their coach fired. Mike Vrabel revenge game. The running back situation is a bit of a scare for the Patriots, I will say, but Drake May is going to can't even speak. If Drake May is going to continue to play like he is, then I don't see how the Titans win this game. Colts plus 1.5 on the Spread, Chargers are minus 132 on the money line. We are going to take Colts money line. We already took them and Pickem. This is a bit of a fan pick too. I won't lie to you, but we got, like I said, Pickem. They are scoring a lot of points. Chargers are going to be without their 2 tackles, I believe, for at least another game. I don't know what's going on with Joe Alt totally. I'm going to have to double check on that, but overall, I just think this is a game the Colts can win based on the points they put up. It's just a matter if they can get the stops on defense and what's going on with their DB room. If they can get some guys back healthy, I like it even more. But Colts are number 1 seed for a reason, man. And Chargers are 4-2. They've dropped their last. Oh, they all dropped 2 of their last 3 games. We're able to get a win last week, but the way they, if you want to do some, we might need to start calling it ghetto handicap. No, I'm just kidding. If you want to do some horrible handicapping, though, Colts beat Dolphins by a lot. Chargers beat Dolphins by little. Colts play Chargers. Colts should win. Caveman handicapping at its best. But like I said, overall, I just think this is a game they can win. It's just going to come down to the defense, truly. And Jonathan Taylor, anytime touchdown, probably taking that. And we're probably going to take his rush over. It's at a decent thing because he's so damn good. And Tyler Warren, might be betting on him again as well. Giants, 7-point dogs to the Broncos. Just staying away from that completely. Yeah, it's just spread's a little bit too big because of Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterboo. The Giants have new juice, new life. So I'm just gonna stay away from that. We'll come back to that maybe live if we get the Broncos at a good number. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm just not fully sold on the 7. Do think they win though, but yeah, I don't want to take the 7. Yeah, I just can't take the Broncos, man. I want to. I keep wanting to, but I just can't. Commanders, minus 126 on the money line against the Cowboys. That is one I might give out as well. We will see. Just because, I mean, that is going to be a tough game for the Commanders on the road. But the Cowboys' defense is so bad that it's going to keep the Commanders in it, potentially. It's just a matter of, can the Commanders' defense get enough stops against the Cowboys' offense that has been humming lately. Packers, 6.5-point favorites over the Cardinals. I'm just going to stay away there completely, especially after what the Cardinals showed me last week. Like, hey, they got some fight in them still, so I'm going to stay away from that game, and I fully just can't trust the Packers. Like I said, some of these props I still need to go over and everything, check out injuries, wait till full injury reports are released and everything. So by the time my article comes out Friday or Saturday, should be Friday this week. I don't think I'm as busy this week, so should be Friday when the article comes out. I'll have all the stuff listed and everything prop-wise that I like for the week. Falcons plus 2.5. That's another maybe game for me. A lot of games I kind of like this week, but I just don't know if I can get myself there fully. I kind of like the Falcons plus 2.5. We'll see if I end up taking that. I'm staying away from now. Bucks plus 5.5 against the Lions. That is another maybe. I might take that just because of how awesome the Bucks have been lately, but I don't know. That's another maybe. I'm going to stay away for now. I kind of like it. Don't love it. Lions coming off a bet. This is similar to the Chiefs, except they lost. Or actually, the Chiefs lost too, didn't they, maybe? I can't remember. But let me, probably should look this up before I give the analogy. But basically, it's like the Chiefs, when they played the Lions, it was like, oh yeah, the Chiefs aren't losing that game. Feels very similar here, but I just can't fully say that. I'm not there. Oh, I guess they did beat the Giants, and they lost the Eagles week before. So that's what I couldn't remember. That's on me, but that's Monday Night Football. We'll have a little bit more for that when that time comes. Seattle, 3.5-point favorites over the Texans. Don't like that hook. Might do a nasty Falcons-Bucks Seahawks teaser. I don't know. We'll see on that. But that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. So I'll give you out all my sides. Like I said, if you go back through, I listed some props I'm going to be looking at. I want to take another full look through, so I don't have any official props I'm giving out just yet. But Rams money line, Eagles are so. I'm jumping on. Whoa! Official bets for the NFL Sunday. We like Patriots minus 7, Colts money line, Panthers money line, Rams money line, which I'll probably take the Rams minus 2.5, just so I won't be a little girl and take the minus 148. Kind of like Eagles minus money line, kind of like Browns money line, kind of like Commanders, kind of like Falcons, kind of like Bucks. So let's head into the college portion of this. College-wise, I don't think there's too much I liked this week. There's a lot of games I'm going to be intrigued in to watch, but betting-wise, won't lie to you. Not too many games that I was like very eager to be like, let me throw some money on that. Wednesday night tonight, you got Delaware taking on Jacksonville State. UTEP Sam Houston, got nothing there. Thursday, Tulsa, East Carolina, nothing there. Friday, the U taking on Louisville. Game I'm going to be interested to watch, nothing there. Nebraska, Minnesota might be good, nothing there. I will take Utah State minus 3.5 on Friday. This is a game they are favored in by 3.5 clearly. And like I said, after the tough little loss they had last week, I think the boys will be able to bounce back. San Jose State, not the best of teams this year. Coming off a tough loss to Wyoming. So, yeah, I just like Utah State here at home. Honestly, and hey, let's add another win to the season over. We only need 2 more for that. Cal, North Carolina, kind of lean Cal. Not going to take anything there. Kind of lean Baylor against TCU on Saturday. Not going to take that though. Not after I'm good on Big 12 games, especially after I've been getting bit a little bit in them games. I do like Georgia Tech against Duke. I am going to take Georgia Tech money line. I just think that's a good chance for them to get a good win there. They're 6-0. Need to keep winning if they want to stay in the ACC title picture. So, I just like that. I'm scared of Georgia Tech laying a bit of an egg. That is one thing I am kind of nervous of. But they kind of handled business last week as a big favorite against Virginia Tech. Now they're playing a game at Duke that I think they should get up for this game. And if they do, the boys will win. It's just a matter of, like I said, a bit nervous. But it's a matter of how locked in will they be. I think they should be locked in enough to get a win there. Washington, 6.5-point dogs against Michigan. Intrigued by that game. Nothing there. Might take Vanderbilt over LSU. Not fully sold just yet, so I'm just staying away. But that's for sure a game I'm going to love to watch. Oklahoma, South Carolina might be a good one. Got nothing there. Tempted to take Purdue money line against Northwestern. That is a maybe. Very nasty. Don't know if I for sure want to do it yet. So, like I said, maybe. We'll come back to that later. Ole Miss, Georgia, nothing there. Very excited about that game. Indiana's 27.5-point favorites over Michigan State. What's crazy is they could potentially cover that. They might run it up on them too if Michigan State's as bad as they've been showing lately. Texas A&M against Arkansas. I kind of like Texas A&M, but 7.5, that's just a little bit too much for me. Maryland, 3.5-point dogs to UCLA. I think I got it. UCLA has been going pretty awesome, but I think I have to take Maryland plus 3. They've covered 2 weeks in a row for us. I like getting them at 3.5, actually. It's not even 3, it's 3.5. I like that number. That's just a lot. The only thing that scares me is the travel. That is a lot of travel. Games later in the day, though, so hopefully they'll have some time to... They don't have to go there, and it's like 10 a.m. for them and super early. It's like, if it's like a noon kickoff, it'll be like 3. Later game might be a little bit worse for Maryland. Actually, now that I think about it, I had it flipped in my mind, like they were going this way, they're going that way. Might be a little bit worse. We'll see, though. I think Maryland can get it done. They've had a really tough 2 weeks in a row. I mean, 2 losses in a row, both games they could have won. Feels like they're due to win one, so I'm going to take them there, especially, like I said, I like the plus 3.5. Kind of like Hawaii over Colorado State. That is one that is, I think that's going to end up making the list on Stare Down Sports. Feel free to check it out. Sorry it's getting so sloppy at the end. There's just a lot of these college games I'm not for sure on, so I'm writing them down to remind myself to do one more last look through. Tennessee, Alabama, nothing there. USC, Notre Dame. Lean Notre Dame minus 9.5. But loser's probably not making the college football playoff in that game. So that is a game I'm going to probably be tuned in on. Very excited about that. We got the Holy War, Utah over BYU. Utah's favored minus 3.5. That could be a fun one. I don't got anything there. I just think that's going to be a fun game. There's a lot of other good games as well across the weekend, so make sure to check it out. Like, there's a decent amount of big spreads, but there's going to be a lot of sneaky good games. Like, some of these games, like Pitt, Syracuse, I'm just naming games, but South Florida, Florida Atlantic, that just really messed me up. Holy hell. But games like that, we're going to have another fun game out there somewhere. But, yeah, that's going to do it for the college portion. Like I said, I like Utah State minus 3.5. Georgia, I did it again. Official bets. Utah State minus 3.5. Georgia Tech money line, Maryland plus 3.5, Purdue money line's a maybe, Hawaii's money line's a maybe. Good chance both of those probably get added. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for support. I really do appreciate it. I was going to do the, what do you call it? Futures and look at all that market and everything. But I think I'm just going to save it for next week. We have a lot of buys happening, so it's probably going to be a bit shorter episode than normal. So I'm going to save it for next week with, like I said, there's going to be like 6 or 7 teams on buy. I think 6 to 8 teams on buy, damn near. So we'll save it for next week. Look a little bit again. I will say, though, for the MVP, that boy Bake, man, he's cooking, so shout out to him. Patrick Mahomes, I think, is the leader in the clubhouse when it comes to that. Culture, number 1 seed in the AFC. We got a lot of fun stuff to talk about, and I think after this week, there's some big games. I can shake some stuff up, so I think it'd be a better time to talk about it. So thank you all for watching. Thanks for support. Really do appreciate it. I'll see everyone back in this feed on Tuesday.